Welcome back to the Saul Hodelman Show. We focus on Solana TA, and none of this is financial advice. So, we had a doozy today, didn't we? But it was predictable. It was a controlled drop. In case you didn't know why we had a dip today, options expired. 2 billion worth of Bitcoin options expired today. And they did not expire well. 18,000 Bitcoin options expired out of the money with a max pain level of 62,000. And they kept it below that. So they pushed it down. And a whole lot of options traders got wrecked today. Oh, sad stuff. But there is a silver lining. The put-call ratio is at 0.64. Still bullish. So we're hanging in there. And the way that I see it, we were in the midst of a takeoff. I was going to call this show Pump Interrupted because it was looking good up until the little bump in the road from options expiration. But I'd say that there's still good things coming. So on this weekly candle, we got the better part of 2 days left. Still green. Still green. Still maintaining. So we're just going to keep on hanging in there. So let's look at the daily. Okay. On the daily. Look at this. With this anchor and trigger, it's coming up. Money flow is kind of undecided. The indicators here. I like to use these. In case it's your first time watching the show, I like using the Rex oscillator and a VMC cipher, similar to Market Cipher that CryptoFace uses. Shout out to CryptoFace. One of these days I'm going to buy your real indicator. But currently I'm using the VMC. They're both good. The only difference is that the original Market Cipher shows money flow better, from what I know about that. So, look at this. We're still climbing that line. We've had some dips. There's been some sabotage. April was a disaster. We got beat down real bad because we peaked out here, had this incredible run all the way from October up until about early March. Then had a dip and had a relief up until early April. And woo, just April. Wow. It was a whooping, folks. But we've been bouncing back and forth. And what I noticed, this trend line, this rising line of support, we keep dancing with it. It's dipped beneath it, but I can see why. Look at this. It's dipped to get close to the 200-day moving average. Let's look at this even on a different time frame. Yeah. We're going to see this a little bit more clearly. Yeah, on the daily, it got close to it. On the weekly, it dipped below it. But we're still maintaining. We're hanging in there. So you look at the long-term trend, as they say, when in doubt, zoom out. It's still a great run. And actually, down here, I tell you what, I knew people that just got into Solana when it was up here. They wished they could have gotten in down here. And they were secretly wishing that this would happen. You know what the sad part is? If they got in up here, they probably got scared out down here. And by the time that the real buying opportunity, the real juicy dips came in, they probably got run off and scared or liquidated from their trades. And if that happened to you, I'm very sorry. But we're still in play. You know, you got to roll with the punches here. It is a tough game. We're going to keep going. Yeah, I took my licks too. So yeah, I've been in some trades. Didn't get liquidated, but yeah, I had to dump a trade. Man, it just kept falling and falling and falling. And yeah, I had to dump a trade and come back when I was feeling more safe about it. I have rebuilt a position. So it hit a stop loss yesterday, actually. So, or earlier today. I mean, it's almost feeling like yesterday, isn't it? Yep, the options expiry. I had set a good stop loss because we started having a relief pump. I said, man, this is just too good right here. We got this good old relief pump right here. Got in about here, was riding this, and then said, you know what, this is too good. I better be careful. Boom, hit a stop loss. So I'm rebuilding that position. We're getting some good dips, though. And, you know, when this thing finally does take off, man, you're going to wish that you were getting in here. Like I say, none of this is financial advice, of course, but, yeah, I would. Just saying, and I have. So, yeah, definitely been doing a little bit of buying down here. 144 is a nice level. Can it go lower? Oh, definitely. Definitely so. It could go down, I think, all the way down to 129 possibly, because look at this pattern. Another silver lining here. In case you don't know about patterns, this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So shoulder, head, shoulder. Where does it lead? Where is that shoulder going to bottom out? Not sure yet. So I've looked at this. We've retraced this swing. And we hit this. We did about a 50% retracement. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's go ahead and measure this real quick for good measure. Okay. Go and throw some fibs up there. Look at our little retracement here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Look at that. We got a good 50% retracement on this swing right here. And then that relief pump, after we hit the 200-day moving average on the 12-hour, boom, pumped up. And man, still couldn't quite get there because we were originally rejected near 160. Then we came back up. Came down, came back up, rejected about 156. And yeah, then the options expiry hit, giving us one more opportunity. If you hadn't gotten back in there, then this may be an opportunity for you. And there may be more opportunity yet. I'm not saying that this is it. So yeah, yesterday, as a matter of fact, I called 149. Yeah, when it was here, when we were pumping, I was saying, man, you know, those lower time frames, they were looking like, especially the 15-minute, it was looking like, I think we could still do a dump. And I was thinking 149-ish. So yeah, we got that and then some. So the gift just kept on giving for those that are looking for low prices. And you might be in luck. 144, it's bounced off of that really well, and it's been holding steady at 146 all day. That's been a good level, and I will show you that on the higher time frames. Let's look at this on the lower time frames. I mean, let's get those fibbies off of there. Okay. So let's look at some indicators. This is what really tells the story. I live by the indicators. So pump interrupted, man. So we had this really nice anchor wave, rising VWAP. It was crossing over. It was gorgeous, bullish as it could be. I'm not saying it's not. You know what? I wouldn't put it past it to still be taken off. Man, we're taking off into turbulence here. When you're going to the next level, there will be turbulence. You got to fasten your seatbelts, folks, because man, it's choppy. We are taking off into choppy skies here, but that doesn't mean we're not taking off. So let's see here. 6 hour. Okay, I think we still got a little bit further to go for the old Rex bottoms out here, but look at this. The bears and the bulls are just in a battle here. And also, look at this 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, exponentials. They're just dancing right between those two. And you know what that means. Look at how low, or if you don't, I'll explain it. So ever since April 17th, on the 6 hour, we had what's called a death cross. Ooh, sounds scary. Yes, it is. It is scary. Let's look at this. It means we're going lower. Even though there was a pump, there was a death cross. Look at that. So we pumped, but we hit that 200-day exponential moving average. Just couldn't get over it. So fell, possibly bottomed out. You were like 119. And if you were buying down there, congrats. You did very, very well. And hopefully you're holding on to that and not getting scared. Because, man, in my opinion, it's still coming. Hey, I could be crazy. I don't know. I am crazy. So let's look at the 4 hour. And also, am I targeting in on any trades right now? Not necessarily. I'm just sitting here watching it. But, man, I think within the next 48 hours, it's going to find its way. I think so. Could it fall lower? Yeah, definitely so. Definitely so. So let's look at this. I like using fib retracements. Just kind of seeing where we sit with these. There we go. Look at that, fitting so nicely together. What a nice fit. Yep. That level, it's significant. The 144, it keeps bouncing off the 144. We'll see that on the smaller time frames. Look at how much it likes the 144 level to bounce off of. And look at this. Still got some good green money flow. That VWAP, it's bottoming out on the 4 hour. 4 hour is quite significant too. Oh, let's just jump on to 2 hour and the 1 hour. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Rex, it's coming down. And the next thing this is going to do, it's going to start curling this little wave right here. We get that rise in VWAP. So this little momentum wave, it's looking like it could very well form a trigger wave. So, don't sleep on it. Don't know. It looks kind of scary right now. Every time it keeps dipping down to 144. It depends on where you're at in your trades. If you bought yet, or if you bought in up here, it depends. If you bought the top, then yeah, it's kind of scary down here, definitely. So it depends on what kind of leverage you're at. If you're leveraged, if you're in spot, it all depends. But if you don't know what you're doing, watch out with leverage, dude. It's an advanced thing. Don't use much of it. I am not giving financial advice, by the way. So, okay. Look at this. Keep on wicking down here. So we're getting close to that rising line of support. I'll just get down to the 1 hour, and then we'll start looking at targeting in. Yep. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything necessarily bottoming out on the Heikinashis yet. Well, this is getting close. This is hopeful. Look at that. Let me show you something here. Here's something. Look at how this is just kind of bottoming out here. What we want to see is this is going to kind of scoop up and start curling around, and then it's going to bring this up. Yeah, this is our triple exponential moving average. Our simple moving average. This is going to scoop this up, just like right here. And then it's going to lift. So let's go to our targeting. And you know what? The lower time frames, they were looking very hopeful. I had those pulled up earlier. They're starting to look pretty nice. You'll keep a broad view here because you got to keep perspective by having a broad view and a close-up view at the same time. That's how I like to do it. So here we go. Yep. Look at this, how it's kind of curling around here. This is what I like to see, rising momentum waves. But at the same time, we have that lowering money flow too. So it's not fully decided yet. I'm not going to claim that it is. Let's see. The lowest that I'm going to go on this, 15 minutes. And then we'll see. Yep. It's still got a ways to go. So where I'm at, I am just going to hang in there. I'm going to keep an eye out and be looking for some good deals. Because this thing can turn. And when it does, Solana has two modes. Either it's just falling like a rock, or it is going up like a rocket. So stay tuned. Until the next Saul Hodelman show.